morning, Jai Hind, everyone.
Good morning, sir.
Good
Good morning.
morning, sir.
Okay, who wants card number?
Sir, I want.
Subodh. Okay, Subodh, you take 71.
Okay, sir.
Okay, uh, who is ready now?
Sir Nikita.
Okay, Sanjivani, keep time. Nikita, go ahead.
Yes, sir. You can start, Nikita.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. The topic which I have selected for my lecturate is mobile phone. This is a wireless handheld device which is used to make a call or receive a call. Previously, when mobile phones were not there, a person used to carry a different notepad to make some notes, or if he had to click some pictures, he used to carry a camera, or and it was difficult for him to make a contact to the people who is living outside of his town. But today this is not the case because of mobile phone. All these we get all these services in a single device. It is important because it has established a people to people connect regardless of distance. If we see the previous scenario, it was not possible for the people of different continent to connect. Only the high diplomats or high level officials used to meet. But today we can talk to a person sitting in South Africa by sitting at our home only. So that's the beauty of mobile phone. Now I would like to tell that how mobile phones can contribute in the nation development. Uh, More than 300 components are required to manufacture a single mobile phone. Still today, also we import most of the components from the China. So rather than importing these components from China, we can actually manufacture each and every component in our own country. Let's say 300 components are required, so we can set up six different units consisting of 50 components each. So let's say if all these six units we establish in particular every state, then every state will become the manufacturer of mobile phone. And all in all, India will become a manufacturer of mobile phone. So, and not only manufacturer, but it will be a we will be a global exporter of the mobile phones. So four things will happen after that. First will be generating employment and income to the people. Second will become self reliant and also supporting atma nirbhar bharat, because in pandemic we understood the importance of self reliance. Third third would be we would be giving the opportunity to the innovators to do more and to do more what we can say that to do more imaginative things. And lastly, we would be contributing to the India's GDP.
Last 30 seconds.
Lastly, I just want to say that as a citizen of India, we do have some responsibilities towards our nation, and we really have a dream of dream of achieving a 5 trillion economy. Then it is our responsibility to go for made in India products. Thank you.
Okay, Nikita, very good. Uh, Good points connecting with manufacturing issues and number of components, Atmanirbhar Bharat. Yes, it is true. If you see, apart from our food items, what must be the essential requirement all over world today? It is mobile. Everyone needs mobile. So imagine the amount of production involved in it. As such, Nikita has highlighted around 300 small items. If you count from semiconductor items, ICs, or even the outer parts, accessories, and related to mobile, even headphone, Bluetooth phone, or everything, whatever. So all these accessories are a big market today. But are we really producing everything? No. One aspect is this: can we focus on manufacturing? Second is, what about the utility of it? Software applications, hardware applications, and the impact on our social life. We are too dependent on mobile technology plus internet, because everything is revolving around it. We probably have got fast pace in today's world because of mobile connectivity. Today we are having a virtual session. That itself is a big utility. All conferences, even in pandemic, the mobile was the greatest savior because it allowed us to move on. These are the things. Okay, good Nikita. Who is next? Subodh?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Nikita, keep time.
You can start, Subodh.
Okay. So, good morning, gentlemen. My lecture topic is Kashmir, the burning heaven. Kashmir. So we know that how Kashmir is important from for India as well as for Pakistan. We engaged with Pakistan with 4 wars after our independence on the basis of Kashmir. When we got independence in 1947, we engaged with Pakistan. So we engaged with Pakistan because Kashmir is totally a part of India after 1947. Maharaja Hari Singh signed Instrument of Accession uh, with uh, with Home Minister of India at that time, that is Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. And as per the instrument of accession, India guaranteed that we will protect Kashmir from any intrusions uh, from any intrusions from Pakistan. So after that, lots of happenings were there in Kashmir, as well as we fought almost 4 wars with Pakistan on it. Kashmir is strategically very important because we know that if we see Kashmir is just like a connecting point between Pakistan and China. On the western side, it is Pakistan, and on the eastern side, it is China. Siachen Glacier is part of Ladakh region, but it is very important. Now, if we talk about the Kashmir in 1980s, in 1980s, 90s, in 1980s and 90s, there is not much terrorist activities. But after the takeover of Kashmir by Pakistan, so there are lots of terrorist activities. We can say it as the Kashmiri Pandits exclusion is one of the example that we have highlighted. And in the 1998 and 1999, the things are going really very worst. But it is not the current situation like that. In on 9th of August 2019, we see that Kashmir has been considered as the union territory, and the two union territories were came into being. That is Ladakh and Kashmir, and they have been also provided with some of the immunities, because we know that when we got independence and we have provided this special status to Jammu and Kashmir, that is no outsider can purchase the land over there. Then they have their separate constitution, separate flag. So simply the people are what the people thinking that we are Britishers and we are simply ruling over them. So they
30
can't
seconds.
consider India as their part, as their country. So according to my opinion and according to my conclusion, I think that development is the only issue. Development is the only point that we have to get closer to the Kashmiris, because this is the only way that we could get closer. And now it is happening after the revoke of the special status of Jammu and Kashmir. We have seen a lot of changes. Riots are not happening on riots are mitigating. Riots are not happening on a very large scale, and we are interacting continuously with that people. And simply we have also successfully avoided the brain drain of Kashmiri youths that are joining the terrorist organization. Thank you.
Okay, Subodh, good. Kashmir. Really, we had troubles in managing our one of this state. Right from beginning, it has problem. After independence, we got Pakistan's attack, and thereafter the accession instrument of accession was signed. But for next 40 years, it was okay. Kashmir Ki Kali movie, if you see in 70s, that means everything was okay. Tourism was at peak, but suddenly in 1988, with first bomb blast in Srinagar, we woke up to a reality: terrorism. Terrorism was picking up, and in 90s it was at its peak. Today, after abrogation of Article 370, things are again trying to recover. But what Subodh has highlighted, what is the key solution? Key solution is development, taking on board youth for education, for future India, for their own future. Atmanirbhar Bharat will involve Kashmir also, because Kashmir also needs, apart from orthodox industry, whatever fruit or dry fruit related things they do, or tourism, we need some of the industries there, some of the best colleges there. That would be a greater solution, that would be a key, so that development will only catch everyone's attention and people will not be involved in whatever terrorism related activity, because after all, if one's economy is developing, uh, development happens, money comes, and better life standard comes, then probably we will be getting over all this nonsense. Okay, good, Subodh. Who is ready now?
May I, sir?
Okay, Mukesh sir. Okay, Subodh, keep time. Thereafter, Sanjeevani.
Yes, sir. You can start, sir.
Okay. Good morning, sir, and my dear friends. Today's my topic is scrape policy. What is the scrape? A small pieces of something is called scrape. The vehicle scrap policy was announced in March 2021 by the government. The policy is estimated to cover 51 lakh light motor vehicles that are above 20 years of age and another 34 lakh light motor vehicle above 15 years ago. Age. Aim of the scrap policy is reducing the number of old and defective vehicle, bringing down the vehicular air pollution, improving road and vehicle safety. Yes, there is a lot of benefits of this policy. Boost automobile sector, increase government revenue collection from the sale by new vehicle, help reducing pollution. You know, the older vehicle pollute environment, 10 to more time by new vehicle, and improving fuel efficiency. Spare parts will be fall by recycling the parts. Yes, if we able to buy spare parts, that time the rate will be decrease. But there is many challenges. First is its effect journey. If someone goes anywhere and that time his vehicle means caught by the police, its affect their journey. All the states should be on board. A heavy vehicle pose the biggest challenge to the owner. Its impact small operators because everyone not able to buy new vehicles every 15 years, and advisory nature of incentive. Yes, there is no any specific incentive announced by government. Yes, but there is some way forward we can implement. As state must come on board, provide road tax and registration concession. It's help to the buyer. The automobile and industry is uh, expected to deal with genuine discounts on new vehicles. It's again one challenge. Center should give reward those
Last 30 seconds.
vehicle making companies. They are making fuel efficient vehicle, and we should promote electronic vehicle, more use of public transport, need to set up good infrastructure to help development new vehicle industries. Yes, friends, I would like conclude to my topic. It's a very good step taken by the government. It's help to our environment and as well as our economy, and it's also provide a lot of job. Thank you. Jai Hind.
Okay, Mukesh sir. Scrap policy center has been talking about it, and it is very important because the pollution is really affected because of this. Just a moment. दादा क्लास चल रही है, थोड़ा okay. Sorry, there was a call. So scrap policy is inevitable. We have to face it, and government is right on that, because old vehicle definitely creates more pollution, and way ahead is electronic vehicle. They are coming up. Incentives are required from government. People should get motivated enough to go for e-vehicles because today cost factor is there. Charging stations is a worry. People are not sure whether we will have enough charging stations. CNG pumps are there. CNG vehicle are also getting promoted. But what about old vehicles? Because a common person once takes a vehicle, really it is difficult for that common person to discard it easily. It is not easy because once in lifetime earlier a vehicle used to be there. Today every 5 to 6 years, each person can change a vehicle, but a common person still wants to keep it 15 to 20 years. But now government is coming up for 15-year policy. That is a correct initiative because of environment concern. And secondly, e-vehicles will get promoted and it will be a big economic boost because this industry is going to be next decade's highlight. Okay, good Mukesh. Who is next? Sanjeevani. Ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mukesh, take time.
Sanjeevani, you may start.
Okay. Good morning to all. Today my lecture topic is knowledge is power. Knowledge brings with some along with mostly and humanity. It was become of the trade man is the past spend their life in a pursuit of knowledge. We find even today people studying hard to quality in is various competitive exam to become IS or IPS officer. The new era, especially in the field of information technology, in an era of idea and knowledge, for there is great permission of both. We therefore find people with exclusive knowledge and technology. In the high competitive world of today, we have to update our knowledge on various aspect or regularly. People who do not do so get absolute and cannot grow and prosper knowledge come from exclusive regarding of books, newspaper and a magazine. We all have a hand of the legendary legend Birbal and learn in Akbar Darbar, who return a sound and practice advice to the advice to the rules also had Rajguru and advising them to advise them on religions and offer and policy matter of the state. All those people all those people were able to worried phenomenal because of the sound of knowledge they had in their subject. The government also utilized the service of people with specially knowledge for going and administrative to the state. We have a judge in the judicial to the
Last 3 seconds.
interpret the law and to ensure justice for the common man. All those men are all those men are knowledgeable. So lastly I want to say that knowledge help to take new information. The first stage in which faculty knowledge give you a thoughts is when you are in a new information
Time up.
whereby listening or reading. Thank you.
Okay, Sanjeevani, knowledge is power. Yes, it is a really power because if you see any nation where more intelligent people are there, knowledge is explored, research and development is happening, or some kind of new innovations are happening, they are leading the world. Right from ancient times, any person or any society who was knowledgeable were utilizing their knowledge, it was power. Uh, every field, whether it is industrial field or politics or defense, everywhere knowledge has got value because that is how you rule surrounding. Today, if you see at an individual level, if someone is going for knowledge, going for education, and in correct direction, that person rises, and that is the easiest tool to rise in life. No matter where you are born, but with the help of knowledge, you can really sit on top of the world. You see a lot of people from nowhere rising today. Lot of societies are coming up. Smaller nations are ruling the world. Japan is what? A small nation. But with the help of knowledge, technology, collectively you see the knowledge of a small country or the utilization of knowledge, education. When we say knowledge, knowledge is a term which is encompassing everything. It involves your education, technical expertise, the utilization methodology, or the government's role in it. Everything is related to it. So, with the help of knowledge, you really rule the world, and that is why it is correct to say knowledge is power. Okay, good, Sanjivani. Still, flow. You just revisit your own lecture. I hope you are doing it, Sanjivani.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and a lot of improvement will happen. Okay, Tejas is ready.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Sanjivani, keep time.
Okay, you can start this.
Good morning, everyone. Today, my topic for lecture 8 is national integration. So, we always promote and say proudly that we are a nation with unity in diversity. But how true the statement is? So, if you look at the country's past, so we have always been in the clutches of multiculturalism. There are many religions, many races, and we have always promoted uh, many concepts like this. If you see the era of before independence, after independence, and still after the 60 years of independence, we are not completely removed from these points or the problems, I would say. If you see after independence, it was decided that there will be no partition or division of the states on the basis of language. But our protesters and the citizens has forced to divide country on the basis of languages. Still, if you see in the society after 70 years of independence, we still have a taboo of intercaste marriages, interreligious marriages, interfaith marriages. We have recently seen that there are many laws being passed promoting anti-conversion bills. So, if you see that we are not could say we are not completely have achieved the target of complete 100% national integration. Also, whenever we travel from one state to other, we always try to promote that we are either Maharashtrians or either Gujaratis or either Punjabis. So, though we show as a Indians 100% when we cross our borders, but still inside our society, inside our country, we are not completely integrated. In the recent past, we are seeing that the nationalism is increasing, or we could say we are seeing the growth of hyper nationalism. So, is it really required? If you compare with the West, uh, we proudly feel that many CEOs of the multinational companies, also the people in the country's politics at higher level. We could consider the example of Kamala Harris, who was vice president and who is of Indian origin. So we feel proud of such examples. But what is the reason behind their rise up to that level? We could see that because these nations has always integrated these diversities. They have considered these foreigners as their own people. They have more focused on equality. They are
Last 30 seconds.
more focused on human development. But still, in India, I feel we are not so far been considering these factors, and because of these factors we have not completely achieved national integration, and because of these factors only we are not on the path towards superpower. Though we say we have achieved so many targets, but if these problems will persist in our society, it will not be completely
Time up.
essence. In the last, I feel the concept of unity and diversity and national integration should start from our individual societies, our individual homes, and by integrating our neighbors only, first neighbors only, then we can think of worldwide or the countrywide. Thank you.
Okay, Tejas, good. Topic is very interesting. National integration. The other day, I think someone had spoken, Gurjant Saab or someone. Okay, right from independence, there was a question mark whether we will be able to survive as a nation because too much diversity. But we survived. But Tejas is right. Are we really integrated? Are we really looking like one nation? Lot to be done. Yes, we are geographically one nation, something like at family level. If there is a family, big family, everyone is pulling string towards his or her direction or individually behaving. Then that family will not achieve common goals or easily they cannot prosper because that teamwork is missing. Maybe at national level, this analogy can be seen that are we really heading towards common destination, common goals? There are some issues which are not really sorted out. We need to coordinate, we need to behave like one nation. We have a beautiful structure, federalism. States have some rules, powers, they have their own independence. They look like an entity within a big entity. Central government has got good control. Our forefathers have given a good constitution, a good democratic setup, but we need to utilize it wisely. We are yet to show to the world real power of such beautiful setup. We are integrated geographically, physically, but what about the collective wisdom, collective intellectual capability, or the uh, strength as a nation? We are not yet tapping it. Lot to be done. We are individually we are good. States, some of the states are too good, but collectively we are not working really as one nation. Lot to be done. Hyper-nationalism, what Tejas was saying, yes, these are the issues. We should become a good nation, a strength showing a nation because we have the capability. We need to come together. Like in sports, if suppose hockey game is there, 11 players individually they may be very good, but if they don't coordinate well, they will not be a winning team. Same thing is applicable here. We may be individually, states may be doing good, but we need to coordinate at national level. Lot of things, lot is missing because we have little bit differences. We don't have cooperation in true sense, and maybe yet we are evolving only because 70 years is not a big thing. Ours is a too diverse nation to come together and it is taking time. Maybe we can grant this aspect to that, but sooner the better. We need to come together and then only in today's competitive world we will look like a superpower nation. So maybe this discussion should happen about national integration, national spirit, but national spirit should not cross a limit because what example of US Tejas is giving, yes, lot to learn from that. We have so many Indian origin people who are now heading organizations all over the world. So is it possible in India? There are some narrow-minded organizations and people who will object it. Of course, we have biggest party or oldest party, Congress party. The head is actually a foreign origin born person. But of late, we also objected that, despite the fact that she married to our own former prime minister, and these are narrow-minded things. We need to come out of that. Okay, good. Next is Renuka ready, or you want to wait?
No, sir, I'm ready.
I'm with also same topic.
No issue. Speak up. Let's see how
Yes,
varying point comes up. Okay. Renuka, go ahead. They just keep time.
Yes, sir. You can start, Renuka.
Okay. Good morning, everyone. For today, my lecture topic is impact of cinema on young people. So, cinema it has been one of the greatest part of entertainment industry for a long time since here. So it creates massive impact on people all over the world. Maybe it could be youths, children, old age people, or a society in general. So in other words, it helps them give a break from monotony, or we can say a breakthrough, and an escape route from the reality. Because most of the movies that come today are mostly imaginary also. So as cinema, it has a lot of advantages and a lot of disadvantages in its own. So if we come up to some of the impacts, the positive impacts that we have are like there are various movies that right now are portraying the basic ideas or basic myths the society is following and helps in breaking the stereotypes of it. But hence, it has the other side also, as it has cinema only has created various stereotypes on its own. Like the movies like Padman, Chichori, Toilet, etc., are the example of how the basic things need to be recognized in the society of the peer pressure, the basic menstrual hygiene of the women, and has overcome to take the taboo and help society face the real challenges. There are also it also helps people to get in touch with the history and culture of a country. Like there are various period movies also, which helps to know how our Indian culture was and how it has evolved till now. Helps now, as we know that India is is a country with diversity, where very many people with many different backgrounds, and hence movies are developed in every language here. Most of the languages, regional languages, and even that portrays how vast our culture is. There are many biopics movie also, which mostly reflects in a positive matter in the youth, as it helps people know that reaching to a particular stage is not that easy, but requires a lot of hard work. And when most of the young people, when they look, they can imagine better, and they can get more better things when they see the things. And as these positive impacts, there are various negative impacts on this also. As the basic or the main impact that the youth needs to understand is the cool taboo that is
Last
created
30
due to the
seconds.
cinema. Like due to the smoking and drinking habits they show in the movie, the youngsters are getting in touch with it. It is a cool taboo, and hence they adapt these things very quickly, as it should not happen. Then it also manipulates the youth, as many movies come into very violent acts, and it hence impacts the youth and provokes them for violent content. Then it is one of the best addiction for it also, as it is the best escape route. And now further, earlier it was only theaters, but now it is the OTT platforms are also there, so we can watch movies or these things from a phone
Time
only.
up.
So it has become an addiction. So as to conclude, in my opinion, cinema has both its advantages and disadvantages. But the main thing is how we influence it, and the cinema has a great influence on life of people and society. So rightly said that we can more or less we see that type of movies that are good and will impact the society in a better way and not in a destructive way. Thank you.
Okay, Renuka, good. Nicely covered. Lot of points you covered and done the justice to the topic. Impact of cinema. Yes, it is there. It was there right from beginning, and that is how you see in the initial days how social topics, patriotic topics were taken, and this is a forum from where entertainment happens, and you can really influence people. You can really give a message to a society. What Renuka was highlighting biopic and all. Yes, through these biopics, firstly you are revisiting history. You are telling the people about that character, how it was great. You pick up any biopic, you just see people come to know a lot of insights, and justice is done to that hero or heroine's life, real life hero and heroine I am talking, whether it is Mary Kom or Milkha Singh or even cricketers Dhoni, Sachin. So it gives a lot of inspiration to youth, to future generation. Some of the social topics, what Renuka has highlighted, yes, movies like Batman, it created awareness. It opened up the discussions, minds. People are now thinking a little broadly. One angle I just want to highlight: can we focus on the creation of cinema-related rules and regulations? Can we have control there? Can we really utilize this opportunity but then it is freedom is lost if government starts controlling it. So it is up to the people, up to the industry to go for topics which not only gives them revenue from the entertainment industry, but they work for the nation's development. They should come up with such topic. That is one food for thought. They should understand the larger responsibility, because they may influence positively, they may influence negatively. I'll just give you one example. When the movie was flashed, unfortunately, a wrong message was taken through the villain, because the villain was a leading hero, Shah Rukh Khan. So even small message which is diverted or distorted may create influence in the young minds in a wrong direction. So we need not glorify something unethical. We should, at least towards the end of the movie, should highlight what is wrong, what is correct. So just my opinion. Okay, who is ready now? Omkar.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Ready.
Renuka, keep time.
Yes, sir. Omkar, you may start.
Okay. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning, friends. Today's my lecture topic is National Integration Council. Prime Minister Sri Jawaharlal Nehru convened National Integration Conference in September-October 1961 to find the way and means to combat the evils of communism, casteism, religion, languageism, and narrow-mindedness, and to formulate definite conclusions in order to give a lead to the country. The conference decided to set up a National Integration Council to review all the matters pertaining to the national integration and to make recombinations theorem. The NIC was constituted accordingly and it's held first meeting in 1962. The objective of the council is the NIC declare its objective in the meeting held in 1968. The declaration of the objective are adopted by the NIC as it is by follows. The foundation of our national life is common citizenship, unity and diversity, freedom of religion, secularism, equality, justice, social, economical, and political. Also, the fraternity among the communities. The National Integration Council reiterates and its faith in the value and dedicates itself to their achievements. The reconstitution of National Integration Council is why in news in the backdrop of due to Ayodhya verdict, the reconstitution of the National Integration Council has gained prominence. In it is an extraordinary constitutional body chaired by the Prime Minister of India and the composition by the council member including the combined minister, chief minister of the states and political leaders. The NIC was constituted to combat the evils of different matters held in under the NIC. The main task of council is to examine the problem of national integration in all its aspects and make necessary recommendation to deal with it. The different meetings held by the NIC in
Last 30
16
seconds.
meeting of NIC held in 2019. The last meeting of the NIC took place in September 2013, which passed a resolution on maintaining the communal harmony and ending the discrimination of uh, condemning atrocities on the scheduled caste and scheduled tribals. Lastly, I want to conclude that integration is an important thing. National integration addressed continuously by the government
Time up.
with a different initiative. We have also started with us by the integrating. The little start make the big things. Thank you.
Okay, Omkar, it was not similar topic. In fact, it is quite different because you spoke particularly on council, National Integration Council. So it is not similar. Good, lot of good points, and it must be value addition for each one of us. because this is something new. Nobody spoken so far on this because this council has got larger role to play. It will take time because it is not easy to carry on with this big ship with so much of diversity. We need to integrate, a lot of measures are required to be done, and this council will come up with its fruitful plan, but it is not a single day or single year task. It will be a continuous task and it will take a lot of time because our country is firstly democratic setup. We cannot compel, we cannot push, we cannot forcefully do something. It has to come willingly, and that will be great for longer run. Anything which is abruptly done is not good, and that is why these council or these setups, organizations, committees, they recommend something with lot of thoughts, lot of deliberations, and then only it will be successful for a longer run. Okay, good, Omkar, very nice. Gurjant sir, ready?
Yes, sir, ready.
Okay, Omkar, keep time.
Yes, sir. Gunjan Saab, you can start.
Okay, thank you. Good morning, friends. It is a time of digital era. The digital revolution has changed our day-to-day life, makes it facilitated, and also makes it accessible. So, friends, next 2 to 3 minutes, we are going to discuss about electronic governance. It refers to as implies of government functioning with the application of information and communication technology. It leads to smart governance, which provides simple, moral, accountable, responsive, and transparent governance. Many of action taken by the Indian government, as like Digital India Initiative, E-Kranti, Anshuman Bharat Pradhan Mantri, Jan Arogya Yojana, satellite-based agriculture information system. It provides many facilities and services to the citizen like online land records, public fund transparency, e-services of offices, e-proceedings, electronic proceedings of courts, e-offices, my governments and digital locker, etc. services. To implement and provide the equal facility to the citizen, many of challenges in this field. So first of all, first challenge is the lack of infrastructure as well as digital hardware, software, because low manufacturing in our societies, and also lack of internet facility till the end of rural area. So another thing, it is also expensive, it is unaffordable for the poor peoples, and also it is also due to the expensive, it is a burden on public fund, also a government to provide equal and more expandable facility to the all citizens. And another thing, due to the all things information and the personal data on the internet and easily accessible, it leads to the insecurity and the privacy of the people. Next thing, it is the making a digital divide, digital gap between the citizens who are aware about the digital media, they are using the government services, but who are not aware about this digital platform, they are unaware and also they are not accessible to these services. So some of way forwards to make it accessible and transferable. First of all, as discussing about way forward, the government should provide hybrid approach by giving it on internet, and also provide a centralized approach by giving electronic services center in the rural area, and also check the grassroots implementations, and accordingly the government agency should provide incentives to keep up, and also with the public and private partnership, it can be renovate up to date, and it can be provided to the rural peoples, and also conduct the awareness program by the private sector, also by the public, on the use of TV, press. So if the people aware about the digital services and the governance, they can easily approach it. And the data security mechanism is the most important thing where should work on provide the data security by implementations of software and hardware. So lastly, I conclude my topic with the points. It is giving a very boost to our government, and government is getting very good momentums. But by the improving our internet facility and hardware and services center by the public and private partnership, and also adopting the internet of 5G technology, we can get it more effective or transparent. Thank you.
Okay, Gurjant Saab, good. Very important and relevant topic in times to come. Electronic governance, yes, it is possible with the help of technology to govern electronically. Government is already doing a lot of initiatives in this. Gram panchayats are now connected on internet. We have direct benefit transfers because through electronic governance we will achieve transparency, we will achieve a lot of participation at grassroots level. Most importantly, it will help government to monitor it well and reduce the corruption. Because earlier times people used to say when the 1 rupee starts from government to reach the last man, it was never reaching in 1 rupee shape. Lot of drains were there. It used to get drained into some of the middlemen. But direct benefit transfer is avoiding all the chain middlemen and directly coming into accounts. Why it is possible? This is some part of electronic governance. Today technology is helping us. Internet is helping us. Everyone is now on electronic platform or data is in digital form. But now what Gurjant Saab was saying, data security, that will be a big challenge, not easy. Because tomorrow's war or tomorrow's warfare is related to data. You see today, data is new oil. When people say it is really a money making or in future will have a lot of influence in to break nation or to build a nation. Someone may misuse this entire data and spoil or disturb someone's economy. Cyber threat is a great risk in tomorrow's world. So we need to really gear up. We need to prepare ourselves while going on electronic platform or aiming for electronic governance. We need to be really careful. We need to really create a defensive system to thwart any kind of risk. Okay, good. Gurjant Saab, Kumar, Abhaya, I think two are remaining. Who is ready?
Yes.
Sir,
Yeah,
I
I'm ready.
left also.
Okay, yes, Rahul, you are a silent player. I am generally missing you. Okay, three are remaining. So, Abhaya, ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Gurjant Saab, keep time.
Yes, sir. Abhaya, you can proceed.
Okay, so good morning, everyone. My today's lecture topic is dowry system. The dowry system is followed in India for a very long time. Our ancestors started this system for a valid reason, but now it's leading to issue and problem in society. The idea behind the dowry system was to make sure the bride will be the financial stable after getting married, and this intention was very clear. The bride parents used to give money, land, and asset to the bride as a gift to make sure their daughter will be the happy and independent after marriage. But dowry is common in practice in many parts of world, especially in South Asia and several Middle East and North Africa countries. Now our system is facing many more problems, but one of the dangerous problem is dowry system. Women are the victim of many evil practices in society. The system is there. The system in there in India society for a very long time. Now parents for a bridegroom were looking at the bride as a source of the income. Parents started hating their daughters and wanted only sin. They started demanding money as a dowry.
Women are the suppressed since they did not have equal rights as a man. Groom parents follows this rule for their advantages. Some selfish people raise when slogans that the men superior to women. The worst suffer from this situation are the poor people. The heavy demand from the dowry makes the poor family unable to find a stable match. The result is that young girls become headache for the parents. Dowry is becoming nightmare for women. The cases of infants are increasing. The poor parents do not have a option. They could not afford the girl's child, and they intentionally killing them. It is very clear that after creating violence, groom parents are misusing this pure tradition, and not aware they are misusing it because they are not educated about the traditional dowry system. Dowry is a complete injustice to women and does not give equal status in society because of dowry will always be superior to women. A dowry man will be the superior to woman. This creating a mis and some negative environment in society. So many great reformers have gained very little and partial success to remove this social evil from society. Legislative measures have also been taken by the state and central government, but precise in our society. The growing social evil of dowry attract the attention of the government, and it started fight against the dowry system. Anti-Dowry Act came in
Last
1961.
30 seconds.
Punjab and Bihar were the first fight against this demon of dowry system. There is a big challenge to youth of the country. They should struggle against this social evil and aware the people of society. The dowry system is good unless the util considered as a gift given by the given to the bride by the parents. But if the groom parents is demanding for money for marriage as dowry, then it is a compulsory wrong and illegal. Today,
Time
the
up.
people are educated and aware of this all situations. They educate their daughter, encourage them have their own career, and teach them to be the independent and responsible. Treat equally without any discrimination, and do not encourage the practice to giving taking dowry. Thank you.
Okay, Abhaya, social topic and important issue. Lot of life still lost because of domestic violence, and the primary reason is dowry. Even the educated people, at times you see news related to doctor families. That is really shameful. So it is a social evil still carrying on in our society. Unfortunately, we are developing yet not able to get over all these issues, which are very important. And in fact, in times to come, there is a fear it may reverse. The dowry demand may come from now the other side. That is happening in some parts of the country where the female ratio is very low as compared to male ratio, especially in Haryana when the girls are less, they have to marry. So they are bringing girls from outside, and there is a trade. This is also a crime because then it is like dealing like an object. So these are the issues. Doesn't suit a nation which is aiming to become a superpower. We need some maturity in this, some stringent laws. Okay, Abhaya, bring some modulations. Okay, just feel
Okay, sir.
stressing on some points, giving some variation. Okay,
Okay, sir.
okay, good. Now Rahul ready?
Yes, sir. Ready.
Okay, Abhaya keep time.
Yes, sir. You can start, Rahul.
Good morning, friends. My today's lecture topic is Geography of India. Firstly, coming toward the history, in an ancient time, India is situated is in a Indian plate, a major tectonic plate that was happened when it split off from the ancient continent Gondwana. In earlier, the ancient landmass consisting of a supercontinent Pangaea. Due to the movement of tectonic plate, the Pangaea get divided into the two parts. The north part was Laurasia and the south part was Gondwana. India was the part of Gondwana. Generally, 19 million years ago, Indian plates began moving at the north direction, just about the 15 centimeter per year. After the millions of years, the plates are collided with Asia after the covering of 2000 to 3000 kilometer distance and the formation of Himalaya mountain after the India collides with Asia. And generally, we have seen that the Himalayas mountain, due to the tectonic plate, the Himalayas mountain heights is generally increasing day by day. India is situated in a northern plate according to the north and the southmost part in Asia. The coordinates of India is 21° north and 78° east. It is the seventh largest country in the world with a total area 32 lakhs 87,263 square kilometer. India's north-south distance is 3,214 kilometers and the east-west distance 2,933 kilometers. India have connected seven border lines: Bangladesh, China, Pakistan, Nepal, Bhutan, Myanmar, and Sri Lanka. The Red Cliff Line is the between the India and Pakistan and the McMahon India and Pakistan as called as LOC line of control, and the McMahon line is the name of India-China border. It is also called as a line of actual control. The highest point in India is Kanchenjunga peaks, generally 8,586 meters, and the lowest point is Kuttinad, minus 2.2 meters. In our India, the Ganga is the longest river, generally 2,525 kilometers. In a politically say that our India is divided into the 28 states and 8 union territories. The capital of India, Delhi, is also one more part of the territory. India can be divided into the six parts. The first one is the North Mountain Himalayas. Second one is the Peninsular Plateau. It contains the
Last 30
Aravalli
seconds.
Range, Vindhya Range, Satpura Range, East-West Ghat, Chota Nagpur Range, and that's all. And third is the Indo-Gangetic Plain, the plain region in there. Fourth one is the desert, Run of Kutch. Fifth is the coastal plain and island, and the Andaman and Nicobar Island. When a partition was outlined at the midnight 47, the discovering of the boundary line within the states and the new states were formed. So, what? So, if the climate change is also one more thing is point. Different climate is there
Time up.
according to our different area. So, lastly, I want to conclude that at a geographically says that the position of India is in a proper state according to their natural sources and according to their climate is also.
Okay, Rahul, very nicely covered. Good data, lot of knowledge enhancement for others. Now I got a hint for you. If you are interested in geography or your hobby is collecting geographical data, so in interview, suppose in SSB interview, if you say I take interest in reading geography, so you are really channelizing your discussion into your strong zone. That may create discussion or you may ask question what exactly you read or all. And if you have these data on fingertips, probably that will be a good point. Lot of people don't understand what to write in your hobby or something. So if you really take interest in any subject, go in depth, and that is for lifelong, because someone may read geography as a hobby. So today it may be related to India or your own state, tomorrow it may be world geography. In my childhood there was one friend. He used to know exactly any city, any country, some of the geographic aspects of that part on his fingertips. It was his hobby actually. So you can, or anybody can think to make a strong point in your PIQ, so that in your interview it will be one of the strongest zone to discuss. Okay, Rahul, good, well covered.
Yes, sir.
We will go to now Kumar.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Rahul, keep time.
Okay, you can start, Kumar.
Okay. So, good morning, gentlemen. Today I will talk on one of a different topic, which is the best day of my life. So, gentlemen, we all have a very memorable time in our life, and we take pride in sharing those moments. And I today take pride to share one of the moment from my life journey, which was the day when I got the results of my class 10th,
and it was very different situation when my all the hard work while I was studying throughout the 10th, and when I took the science as a subject, the last day of the result, it was really fruitful, and I was really happy. My parents were happy, my family was happy. So I will tell some of the insights of how much did the hard work, and how it literally paid me off. So I was having science as a subject which I liked, and maths was one of my favorite subject. So I used to study more and more about physics and my teachers, and I took from them, and I also took interest in the physics as well as the practicals which was carried out to in the physics labs. So, but still there was some problems which I could have improved, and I could have scored more in these subjects. So the other subject was geography, and as I also said that maths was my favorite subject. So maths was really everyone needs to do hard work just by practicing. So maths I did a lot of practice, and I got a knack of it. And the other was the geography subject. The geography subject was literally very interesting to me, and I used to do all the works, all the homeworks which the geography teacher did ask for to all of us. Like for example, we used to solve the map political map or everything. They used to tell about findings about the soil samples, and everything about journal making and all that. So literally it was really hard working days, and finally when I got the result, I scored 9 CGPA, which is equals to 85%, and it was really a great moment. The other
Last 30
story
seconds.
is that I when I got to join the NCC in my graduation, I literally felt very nice. But there I had one problem, which was the fear of stage performance. So my teacher or one of my PS staff who was MCPO2 uh, helped me. MCPO2 Tiwari sir helped me to get off this fear. Now I can say that everyone has some memories in all their lives, and they take
Time
out
up.
some of the inspirations from others, as well as they take out what are the problems which they have did in the past, so that they can learn more and more. Yes, it is great. One my personal opinion is that whenever we talk to our children, or they are told that life is very hard, you need to practice more and you need to do more, but they are not told how the methods to do. So if we say that we share the methods and our experiences, then it will be very much fruitful. Thank you.
Okay, Kumar, good. Such topics are also there in SSB when in lecturing you may get card, uh, memorable moment of life or uh, best achievement in your life or something like that. It may be there. So you can really speak from heart. Another occasion is interview. Even in that, there may be a question which is your best part of your life or any unforgettable moment of your life. There also you can come up with such things. And you should be mentally prepared because it should not be shocking and you are recollecting there and you are not able to put forward your viewpoint. In the end, what a message Kumar is giving, that is also important that we need to really handle this issue well. We need to tell the kids how to live life and pass on the message of really living life uh, with practical approach and without any fear because everybody has got some drawbacks. It has to be learned, it has to be overcome. Nobody is perfect and one should not be aiming perfection. It is perfection will follow slowly and it is just improving. Our endeavor should be improvement and unforgettable moment in your life really drives you actually. Whenever you are in down mood, one should look back, recollect those moments. It really motivates you. You again bounce back because life is ups and downs. It is never in one constant plane. It is always ups and downs, and we really at times helpless. We feel helpless because some things are not in our control. What is in our control? Motivating ourselves and to recollect old golden moments is always a good thing. Okay, I think we are finished today. Again, before we wind up, I feel utilize your time wisely. If someone feels running short of time in the morning, can exit easily, no issue. But practice. If someone feels not daily possible, whenever possible, come and do practice, because this is an open platform, social platform where we are encouraging people to speak up, practice for their respective exams, and larger aim is to become a confident leader. Whatever position we are, we should be confident, and we should open up our minds from the life perspective too, because we should be a good human being first, and then can be a leader. But good human being, uncompromising thing. We have to be good human being at our individual level, at family level, at society, and then nation. My simple bottom line is, if we are not good in our home, what kind of national service we are aiming for? No, it is not possible. Let's be good at individual front. Let's be good to ourselves first, to our family, and then automatically things will come up. Okay, we will end here. Bye. Jai Hind. Have a good day.
Jai
Jai
Hind,
Hind.
sir.
Thanks, sir.